Let's talk today about how to create a subscription-based business. And I'm not talking about physical products in this video. I'm focusing from the perspective of a content creator, a YouTuber, or even an entrepreneur or a service provider. There is such an exciting opportunity right now to sell once and earn forever, as they say, and we are going to explore it together. I'm Phil Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I promise practical advice to build your brand. Today we're exploring how to create a subscription-based business as a creator, an entrepreneur, or a service provider like a coach or a consultant. And for this video, I'm teaming up with Uscreen as the sponsor. Uscreen is an all-in-one video monetization platform, and you can build a membership or a subscription code-free, beautifully branded on web and on mobile and even TV apps. And this is my favorite platform for basically creating your own Netflix. In fact, that is a pivot or an upgrade that I'm exploring right now for my own brand and business. So allow me to start there. Yes, I have a handful of online courses, and the one that I'm going to focus on today for this example, as I'm deep in the trenches of really switching the model, the business model that my course is based on, right? This is sold as an individual course offline right now because I'm in the process of redoing it. It looks a little bit like this on the back end, and I'm happy with this, but there's a few challenges for me. Really, when you click into here on a module, it's great. The video plays and it's got some content that people can consume. Other than in the comments section, there's not really a way for people to interact with one another. I also get a little bit exhausted by the constant launch model, right? As well, my courses offer lifetime access, which puts a little bit of pressure on me to have, a course that they pay for once active forever. I didn't really think that through when I offered that in the very beginning stages. So I'm very much interested in shaking up the business model of my courses, and that's what I'm gonna share in this video. So I mentioned at the top of this video the concept of sell once, earn forever. Let's dive into that a little more right now. You might find yourself deep in research mode, which is exactly where I'm at. And I've scoured the internet to find some resources on helping me make this transition. Not only Uscreen as a platform is awesome, but their blog and resources are incredibly helpful. I'm linking to this article in the description below. I think it's going to be really useful for you. It was for me. I read the first sentence and went, oh my gosh, that's me. Have you noticed that some of your favorite creators move from an upfront pricing structure to reoccurring payments? Oh, that's me. That's because the subscription model allows you to generate predictable, reoccurring revenue, which is absolutely missing from my business right now, right? What happens when you sell your course to an audience? You nurture them, right? And then that sale is made. What happens next month? You can't launch that same course to the same audience. It's going to get repetitive, right? So rather than saying, buy my course $199 for lifetime access, you might ask your users to pay $15 a month. We'll go into more detail on different business models. If they don't pay that, then they lose access. You're communicating your expectations up front. Not only Uscreen really has, useful how-tos, but they also have some great examples. Indie Film Hustle is a really good example of someone benefiting from this platform, right? So they actually offer an annual subscription, so you don't have to worry about someone logging in, paying 1 month and consuming all of your content. They commit to annual. But Uscreen allows you to really decide how you want this to go. So Ashley DeLon Pilates sells a monthly membership. She indicates here most popular. She also has an annual membership, indicates here best value. This is really unique, and Uscreen makes this possible to sell a single class for $15. So this gives you access to any single past or upcoming themed hour-long workout. This platform enables you to do so much, and I think that's why I'm so excited. This article also does a really great job of highlighting the different types of subscriptions, so I'm gonna point out some examples now for you. There's so many different types of subscriptions, right? So the first one that you might be familiar with is the subscription box business model. You might think Dollar Shave Club, Birchbox, these are popular examples. This model can really inspire not only service, but also a physical product business. We're talking more about service-based or digital products today. So that might not be the best example in this context, but it's still one that exists, still a model that exists. The next one we love, the Netflix model. This is pretty self-explanatory, right? You provide an on-demand video content, subscribers pay, they don't have a community. You notice that when you log on to Netflix, there's no opportunity to connect with other users about the content you're consuming. That's fine. You don't necessarily need a community. Uscreen gives you the ability to have one, but it might not make sense for your business based on what you're charging and who your audience is. So we call that the Netflix model. Moving right along, the Mastermind model. I love where this is going. Mastermind is typically reflective of a high ticket subscription. So people are paying more money, certainly than they'd pay for Netflix, for regular check-ins and meetings, for accountability, coaching, working with clients. This is a way that almost bridges the gap between offering either a group model or a group dynamic, something with a community component, still optional, and working one-on-one with clients. So having Uscreen as your base or your platform for your clients to log in and consume pre-recorded content, prepared content that you have for them, it might help you use your time more efficiently. And this is definitely a platform that can help you achieve that. A few more examples. The keep them engaged model. So this is great for seasonal businesses, right? You can start a community, instructors teach or share guidance on off-peak seasons. This is really, really interesting. Let's say, for example, in the summer, you host retreats. In the winter, that's more difficult. This is a way to keep your audience, your customer, your subscriber, your user engaged in those off seasons. Finally, the subscribers only model. This is where you do almost everything for free, but you keep premium content locked behind a paywall. The New York Times, as this article says, is a great example of this, right? The majority of the news that they publish is accessible for free, but there are those premium offerings. I would actually say in some respect, my brand is like this. I post 1 to 2 times per week on YouTube, but I really would love the opportunity to go into more detail on certain topics for an audience that is paying for that additional depth. What about the perks of this business model? Oh, there are definitely some of those. Hopping over to Shopify's blog, they've got a really good article on this, how to start a subscription business, a 2023 guide, find an idea. So obviously Shopify is not gonna be the right platform for you. I'm speaking specifically to entrepreneurs, small businesses, ideally people wanting to create video content in a subscription-based model, I'd say, right? There can be some variations on this. Maybe you have a slightly different idea, but this article is really good. It shows that actually predicting by 2025, 450 billion. That's what's projected for the subscription e-commerce market. And I think we can take some cues from that. What is a subscription business? I love how they define this. I know we've talked about this, but I love this perspective. In a nutshell, subscription e-commerce businesses offer online shoppers a convenient, personalized, low-cost way to buy what they want and need on a reoccurring basis. I highlight this because I think we as business owners need to think about our services and our product as something our customers need on a reoccurring basis. Give that some thought for a second, right? I made this huge mistake in thinking, well, I'll sell my course once, offer lifetime access, but what's in it for me? Now it's been a few years since my launch. I'm not really motivated, right? Because I don't have a ton of incentive. But it's a mindset shift in thinking, wow, actually, my audience needs this on a reoccurring basis. So now might be a good time to unpack the benefits of a subscription model. Predictable revenue. A launch can be exciting, right? You make lots of money one time for a single course launch, but it's far less exciting when a year or two passes and it's hard to find that motivation or incentive to keep going. The idea of predictable revenue we know is excellent for business. You can anticipate that coming in. Obviously, it will fluctuate slightly based on demand. You still have to, have that onus, that responsibility to keep your customers, your subscribers engaged, but predictable revenue is so much better. Spreading that out, I think you can actually make a lot more money in this. More cash on hand, this article highlights. Absolutely. Many subscription businesses ask for a full payment up front at a discounted price. So that's great, right? You might think about, okay, as we saw with the fitness example a few minutes ago, you will save, like many subscriptions for software, etc. You'll save when you purchase a whole month at one time. That is giving the creator more cash on hand, and you put a value associated with that, right? It's just generally good for cash flow as well. well. Even if people are signing up for that monthly option, if that's what you offer, again, it's predictable and it's just better for the books. Last example, spend less to acquire customers. This might be the most important thing, the most important takeaway, right? Acquiring a new customer can cost 5 to 10 times more than retaining an existing customer. I've seen this stat around in multiple contexts of business. We know it. It's so much easier to sell to someone who already purchased from you, and a subscription-based model really maximizes that. Customers making payments to you on a regular basis, you don't have to invest as much money to find new customers. More examples in this article on why you should consider this subscription-based model. Again, I'm linking to this in the description. Let's keep rocking. So now feels like the right time to switch gears a little bit and recommend a platform to pull this off, and that's gonna be Uscreen, of course. Here's what I am loving so much about this platform, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of a quick tour. You might be thinking, Phil, if you've built your website on, say, for example, Squarespace or Wix, don't they have the option to add a membership community to your website? The answer is yes, but it's not quite as simple and easy as that sounds. So for example, yes, my main website is built on Squarespace, but what they don't tell you on a lot of these sites like Squarespace or Wix or any website builder is watch what happens when I go to add a video. Let's say, for example, this was going to be a password protected page for memberships. Look, 30 minutes max, and I have 28 minutes left of video. 28 minutes is not gonna get me very far on a membership website. And that, my friends, is why I'm not building my membership or my subscription on the same platform as where my website is. Let's move on to another example. Mama Strong is a very successful creator on Uscreen. Well, she actually came from Kajabi, another popular course website. You know, it's been described to me that Uscreen is really that upgrade from some of these popular course platforms that are not like Kajabi, that are not designed primarily for this subscription-based model. So it's something you really want to think about. You don't want to choose a platform that's been outfitted after the fact for subscriptions. That feature just kind of added, you know, last minute is how it seems. Really, if this is something that you want to integrate into your business, then Uscreen is focused on that. Time for that quick tour that I promised of the platform itself, starting from the dashboard. I will tell you that my account really is in its infancy. I'm pretty new to Uscreen, and I'm finding that it's really, really easy to navigate and build this so I can get that one-time sale course over to a subscription model. I'm super excited about that. I'm making my way down my little playlist here under Getting Started. Their resources are amazing, not just their help and blog posts, but also the ongoing support that they offer that I'll talk about in a second. So I have already set up my initial subscription and my first video. Let's go to video now. So I'll go to content. Here you'll see I've added a video module. I'm in the process of re-editing and filming some of that course material before I obviously upload it for this new version of the course. I would click upload video here, drag and drop, very simple. I'm also really excited about live events. Live streaming is something I've incorporated recently into my content workflow, and I think it's the perfect, efficient way of really serving my community through office hours, live streams. I'm a big fan of those because it's an easy way to create video content. One and done, right? Once it's recorded live, then it's uploaded and people can watch the replay if they're not able to join live. Let's keep going and I'll show you collections. This is really unique about Uscreen. A collection is a group or a series of videos that you intend for the user to watch in order, consecutively. Let's say, for example, you're a fitness trainer and you work within a specific category. Let's say you could create a 7-day workout routine and each day there's a different video for that workout. That would be considered a collection, and it's really easy to organize here. So here we could do, 7-day workout routine, and I could add a description, customize the appearance, the playlist, and the pricing, and all of those advanced features like drip settings, geo blocking. They've got all kinds of things here that you can do that enable you really all kinds of tools for customizing this so that it's absolutely perfect for what you need. When I click organization here, this is another thing I want to show you. So broken into really ways to organize your content, categories, filters, and then of course authors. In this case, I'm the only author, so we won't click on that. Pretty straightforward. But categories are interesting. This is really your first level of organization. So your categories are kind of like the umbrella genres that you fit all of your videos into. Okay, so in this case, Instagram Mastery is the name of this program. So that's going to be my umbrella category for my videos. But then you can go here to custom filters. This is a second layer of organization. I'm working on this right now, figuring out this for my own course. But really a second level of organization, this is going to help your viewers find the content that they want easier. Let's say I've got, a module on Instagram growth. Then that is how I might filter, let's say Instagram, let's just actually call it growth, just like that. I can choose the position of that catalog, which is really helpful. And then here I could say feed, stories, and I could continue adding options here, Instagram Live, and I could do video, let's say, for example, video. There we go. So this is really just it's giving your audience options to find the content that they're after with ease. So let's keep going, and I'm going to skim over some of these. The people tab, the community tab. At this stage, I would say just know that you can build a really vibrant community on this platform, and it's absolutely awesome. Let's go into subscriptions. This is really important if you're looking at creating a, obviously, subscription-based business here. I've already created a monthly subscription, and it was so easy. It's a matter of just giving it a title. You can give it an image. I'm going to go back and add a description, and obviously a price is very important here. I've set the price to, let's say, $19 a month. Billing period, very important. What I love so much about Uscreen is that it makes it really easy. Some of this stuff can get complicated, right? Like a trial billing period. And I could set here 30 days. You can make the availability public or private. I'm gonna keep it public. But let's say I want more than one subscription option. Let's say I wanna give an annual. So let's actually call it yearly. I think I like that better. I would go here and I could say, let's say it's $199 a year. We would set the billing period to yearly. I love the option of quarterly and 6 months. So again, a ton of flexibility to just design this however you want. Let's do a 30-day trial period. I'll click save. Right away, I've already got 2 subscriptions. You saw how quick that was. I absolutely love, again, how easy this is. It's like you don't have to sweat or stress over this. I'm gonna pull up this article, which I'm also gonna link to in the description of this video. It outlines well the 5 ways that you can package your content for your video subscription. So this is, again, we're talking specifically for a video subscription. You could do paid all access membership. So flat rate is paid over a certain period of time. We looked at those a second ago, and that's access to all of your premium content. You can also do a tiered membership. This gets a little more complicated, but again, Uscreen makes it pretty easy to pull this off. Different membership levels, different pricing plans. Subscriptions get more access at higher the price. You can also do pay-per-view access. So we looked at that a few minutes ago with the fitness example, paying for one single class. It's kind of like buying or renting specific content, just on a one-off basis. So they consume it, one and done, kind of like renting a movie on Amazon is maybe an example. Hybrid is obviously a combination of these. There could be, different or both types of member-only content. You could do tiered and all access. Finally, the freemium plan. This means free basic access to your service, and you're giving them the option to upgrade to a paid plan, okay? So you have a lot of options here, and I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I want you to instead be excited about all of the possibilities. Let me tell you the last thing that I absolutely love about Uscreen, which has nothing to do with the platform itself, but it's the constant support, ideas, examples that they provide of other creators in their community. This is an example of an email that I've saved in my inbox to consume, right? As I figure out how to roll out my own subscription site. I love that they're giving examples. I love that they bullet point the takeaways of this training, or in this case, it's an interview, the most underrated tool that can help your membership rank in Google search. Yes, please. That's something that people don't think about, right? We think about social media. We don't actually think about the importance of Google search, people looking for answers, and your membership coming up as a solution. Uscreen is sending amazing training, ideas, webinars. So I feel like they always have something on the go. I am finding this so valuable in these moments where I'm maybe stuck on certain decisions that I'm making in my business. So not only are they sending this, they have an awesome Facebook group. I am absolutely loving and feeling supported by Uscreen. So that is Uscreen. Some food for thought as you think about the subscription model for your own business, and Uscreen is a platform to help you accomplish your big vision here. Look, yes, Uscreen is the sponsor of this video, but I am deep in the trenches right now as an actual Uscreen user to make the jump from single sale courses to a subscription or a membership community model. And I cannot rave enough about this platform that I've previewed for you today, but also the community that they have over on Facebook and the support that they offer from their team. It's been absolutely amazing. They're prompt, they're knowledgeable, they've been really helpful as I navigate this transition and, making important decisions for this ever-changing vertical in my business. So thank you, Uscreen. Here is a link for you to check out Uscreen for yourself with details in the description as well. I really think you're gonna love this platform. And please, if you have any lingering questions, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there about Uscreen and subscriptions. I respond to those comments personally. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing a few videos that I think you'll be interested in. I'm Phil Pallen. Thanks for watching. Those are coming up next.